Hello everyone, I'm Trisha, it's me Jenny, and it's time for another not naked video response to Trisha Hershberger's series Naked Truth, where you talk as candidly and as truthfully as possible about a subject of Trisha Hershberger's choosing. Straight out the shower, no makeup, wet hair, first take, one take. Most people choose to do naked, I choose not to, but either way it's not a sexy time thing, it's being a vulnerable and honest type thing, and I left my tripod downstairs so I'm holding the camera, so I'll try and keep it as still as possible. And hi, I'm back from Spain. Yeah, I'm still bad at sending my videos, it's terrible. But right now a lot of people, including Trisha, are at VidCon. I am not. I went last year, I couldn't go this year. But I hope you're all having an awesome time. And today's subject is strange medical things and touch wood. At the moment I am pretty healthy. I've been pretty healthy my entire life. I know in my family I have a whole load of genetic prerequisites which may lead to a lot of problems in later life, everything from dementia, heart conditions, blood pressure, risk of stroke, several types of cancer, PKD, poor eyesight, back problems, chest problems, risk of seizures is a genetic thought. Like there is a lot of stuff that has come down from the older generations which I can and will have to worry about as I get older. And right now I've got things like I've got very, very sensitive skin, as I talked about in a vlog a couple of weeks ago. I got sunburnt in the shade. When I was in America last year I bought an umbrella to use as a parasol, and I've been burnt severely a couple of times in my life, to the point where there's a couple of moles and freckles that I need to keep an eye on for the rest of my life. But other than that, there's not really much medically wrong with me right now. That's not to say there won't be, because there obviously will be, because that's life. And I remember talking a little while ago when we did the periods Naked Truth about the kind of solidarity between women when it comes to discomfort. And that's probably, you know, my most extreme medical thing is, you know, depending on what point in the hormone cycle I'm at, I can have really wonky blood pressure and lots of nosebleeds and that sort of thing. But, you know, that's not weird, and there is, as I said in that video, there is solidarity among women coping with that type of pain and disorder. So it's not a weird medical thing, and it's one of those things that I learned as an adult, that you really aren't alone when it comes to those sort of things. It really is, you know, half the population has to deal with those issues, so it's not a weird medical thing. When it comes to like weird deformities and whatnot, I do have, I don't usually talk about, but I have a mole right on my parting line, and it's not a very pretty mole because obviously it's on my parting line, so it's you know, it's not discreet and it's not small. Nobody notices it until I point it out, but I don't like talking about it. It's like right there. That's like one of the things I'm most paranoid about. I've got a little scar on my face about here, which I don't like talking about. It's nothing exciting, it was just bad skin when I was a teenager, permanent scarring. Other than that, there's nothing too weird medically about me at the moment, but there is a lot that I would need to worry about later, and there's a lot of people around me who have various ailments, from, as I said, cancer and all that, to IBS, and, you know, it took me a long time to come to terms with the concept that I'm dyslexic. That took me a long time to come to terms with. It's still something that I'm kind of dealing with. It's you know, it's something that I found out when I was 9, that I was dyslexic, and I was so appalled by such a horrible concept. It took me a long time to adjust to the normalcy of that, the fact that it is okay to have something that's different about your brain, which makes it more unusual or more difficult for you to do certain things. And kind of that's where I'm at the moment. It's a very difficult subject to do a Naked Truth on, given that I don't really have a specific thing in mind to talk about. But there we go, I think I've rambled on for long enough. I'm back! Yay! Videos coming out as they come out. hopefully I won't have to do an update on this vlog anytime soon, but I hope Trisha, everything goes well and it's nothing too alarming, and you know, I hope Larry is successfully sent on his merry way, and none other problems pop up in the same way. But you know, getting advice from a professional early on is the best thing you can do for anything you're worried about. And talking to actual people and not talking to WebMD is also a very sensible thing to do. So I think you've taken all the right steps, and hopefully you'll be okay, and Larry, as I said, will be off to Barbados and never come back. Yeah, thank you for watching. Feel free to comment, and I'll see you guys all next week for another Naked Truth. Bye guys.